Hello, YouTube. Once again, this is your poster child for overactive brain disorder. Today's Ivory Watchtower production is called Grue and Bleen, a modern parable. Now, this parable is being used as an illustration of something, and I'm hoping that you, as the viewers, will be able to figure out exactly what is being said. And if you don't, just ask around. I'm sure somebody will be able to help you out on this. Now, here's our story. Once there was a teacher at a very prominent school. Now, she taught kindergarten. One of her jobs was to teach the children colors. Obviously, that's something you'd expect. In order to do that, she would give a homework assignment early in the school year. Each student got a marker like one of these. As you notice, the caps are of different colors. So the color on the cap would reflect the color that was supposed to be done for the assignment. Now, they were also given a sheet of paper with a word on to color. And that word would be colored in. The idea is with the actual color that it is supposed to be. So, like, green would be colored in green, and blue, and red, and so on. You get the idea. The pen that had the blue cap, but there was a problem. Had green ink. What was this problem? Let's find out. And the pen that had the green cap actually had blue ink in it. So, when she assigned words, she assigned them based on the color of the cap, not knowing that there'd be a mistake in the color of the ink. So, as it turns out, Billy, who got the marker with the green cap, was given the word green to color. And Sammy, who got the marker with the blue cap, was given the word blue to color. And since they went home to do their work, she wasn't around to notice the mistake that was about to happen. When the assignments came back, there was a very weird-looking green and a very weird-looking blue. So, what was the end result of this little mistake? Although Billy and Sammy barely knew each other before the incident, the teacher ended up accusing them of working together to undermine her authority. Now, these were people who were not to be trusted because they sat there and actually really screwed up a simple assignment. That was just, it had to be deliberate. There's no way it could have been like some sort of accident. She used them as examples of undesirable behavior in class. Whenever anyone acted up, it's like, oh, you're being like Billy and Sammy. Whenever Billy and Sammy acted up, well, it's like, oh, see, I just know you can't be trusted. As a result, Billy and Sammy became best of friends and ended up fulfilling those teachers' nightmares. And they were later expelled from the school for being unteachable. The next year, this assignment came out. Mixed up markers ended up going to a couple of girls, Kim and Deborah this time. Now, in this case, they were both smart enough to realize that the word that they were colored didn't match the marker that they were given. Kim just refused to do the assignment. And then, when it came time to turn it in, she complained to the teacher about it. And she got publicly mocked for failing to complete a simple assignment. Now, Deborah sat there and just dug through her set of markers, found one that was the color that was supposed to be there. Used that to finish the assignment. And we'll talk more about her later. The year after that, Tony got one of the mixed up markers, and Billy's younger brother Mikey ended up getting one too. Tony's family had heard that there was problems in the past with this assignment, so when he got the mixed up marker, his parents called around looking for the other one, since this problem seemed to come in pairs. They ended up finding Mikey, and they switched everything up so that things lined up correctly. They ended up finishing the assignment, and everything you'd think would go well. No, not even close. The teacher knew which color she'd assigned to Tony and which one she'd assigned to Mikey, and because of the way they switched it up, they ended up turning in each other's assignment. So they ended up getting punished for cheating and undue collaboration. Got scolded in front of the class for acting in concert when they should have been acting alone. And this ended up causing Mikey's parents to complain to the principal. And after getting the runaround about what should have happened, what did happen, what could have happened, all that, Billy and Mikey ended up leaving that school. Also, they and their parents started a social media campaign to keep people away from that crazy school where you're told to color in the word green with a blue marker, etc. Unlike the teacher, though, the principal actually looked at the markers to see what was going on. Now, these two had switched the caps so that everything looked normal. But as part of the complaint, the principal knew that the markers' caps had been switched. So he reset them to the state before Mike and Tony had them. After all, these are people who weren't to be trusted. So he had to reset everything to where they were. And then the principal chose not to actually admit that there had been a mistake in the thing. He declared actually that the markers were a sign from God. So, these two markers had been set up this way, and he decided to set up all the markers in that classroom that way. And he gave new instructions for the teacher as to how to teach this lesson. He actually went and created 2 new words. The blue markers with the green caps were to be called Grue. The green markers with the blue caps were to be called Bleen. Yes, he just went and invented 2 new colors to explain what was going on. And when future classes ended up using this lesson, they colored in these new words. This new word Grue and this new word Bleen. Over time, this was to be listed as a hallmark for the school. This is kindergarten, so these words carried up all the way up through the various classes. That, in first grade, second grade, third grade, all the way up, they were to be use the words Grue and Bleen. Green and blue no longer existed for them. And the entire school eventually got saturated with that. So, and when that teacher retired, Deborah, now fully grown and equipped with a new understanding, also began to teach about Grue and Bleen and expand on it. Basically saying that this was a sign that things were due to change in the world because God had changed their markers to so that what was green is now blue, or actually Grue, or what was blue was now Bleen, or you get the idea. So, anyway, gentle reader, I leave it to you to figure out who is who in this parable. But if you find that it's too much like a group that you are a part of, I would implore you to take the appropriate action. Which is more likely? That something weird is a sign from God, or that it was just a small mix-up where a couple of things got switched around? Now, there are times when one answer is better than the other, but you need to consider which one is more likely in this case. Anyway, thank you for watching this production. If you like it, please like it, comment, subscribe. If you really need to contact me directly, I've got my email address right there. So just click on it, send me mail. You know how to find me. And until we meet again, enjoy.